Hello, in next couple of videos I'm going to show you how can we track progress of the project from the simplest way to the most complicated way. So I have a project and you can see I have assigned resources for them, and of course I save a baseline as a plan. So if I go here, if I go to set baseline, you will see that I am going to save baseline now. So I have baseline, set baseline. Here it is. Okay, now it is saved today but project is scheduled to 3rd of October. Now, let's see how we can track progress of the project. The simplest way of tracking progress of the project is percentage complete. You can see that here I have John. And if I want to mark it as 25, 50, 75, or 100% completed, I can do it in the easiest way. In a task tab, I have 5 shortcuts. 0 means it is not started yet. 25% means it is done 25%. 50% is 50, 75 is 75, and when I hit 100, look here, you will have this mark which shows that the task is completed. Now, anyhow, if I made a mistake, so maybe this task is not completed, I will mark it as 0, so it was not started at all. Now, what percentage of complete means? Let me go to task usage view. For that, I will go to task view and task usage. Here I can go to task, and let's say I will scroll to task, okay, and I will see that John has to work 6 days, 8 hours per day, which is in total 48 hours. To see actual work which is completed, I will right-click on this part, right-click with my mouse, and I will add actual work. So you can see under actual work for John, I have nothing. If I put here 25%, I will see that John has worked 25% of those 6 days, which is 1.5 day. So it completed his work for day number 1, which is Monday, and half of the second day, which is Tuesday, it is 4 hours. If I put 50%, you will see that since John has 6 days to work and task is completed 50%, John has worked 3 days, because 3 days are 50% of 6 days. If I put 75, you will see that 75 will be fulfilled appropriately, and if I put 100, all days are fulfilled with 8 hours. Now, okay, now let's go here and let me show you what, let's say I have here 7 days. What will happen if I put here for this task 50%? 50%, I have here task 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. If I put 50%, it means that all resources has done 50% of their work, and 50% of 7 days is 3.5 days. It means that Mary worked 3.5 days, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and half of 4 days, 3.5 days. Ellen and Nenad as well. If I put 100%, the task is done. So let's go back to 25%. So be aware that when you mark task as, for example, 50% done, it means that, first of all, the task has begun as it was planned. So it was planned to begin, let me put here 0, at 11th of October, and it was planned to be finished on 19th of October, 7 days. If I put here 50%, it means that it began at 11th of October, so there is no way that I can say here in this shortcut that task, for example, started at Tuesday, 12th of October. No, it means when I put 50%, it begins at it was planned, and all of those resources which are assigned to a task has worked 50%. So not Mary. I cannot put that, for example, in this way. Of course, I can put it in another way, which I will show you in some of my next videos. But here, with percentage of complete, when I put 50%, it means all resources under tasks worked 50%. I cannot do it by clicking 50%, that, for example, Mary has done 50% of her work, but Ellen and Nenad, they didn't. So 50% or any other percentage means all the task has begun as it was planned, and all resources finished, let's say, 50% of their work, or 75, or 0. Now I will put 0%, okay, here, and you will see that no work has been done by Mary, Ellen, and Nenad. Okay, here are 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100%. But let's say that you know that the 40% of all tasks of this task is done. How can I put 40%? Obviously, not by clicking on 0, 25, 50, 75, or 100. But for this, I should go to Task. I am here in Task, and I'm not going to use those common shortcuts, which are, once again, 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. I will click here on Mark Contract, and I will choose Update Task. Here, I can make a lot of things, but for this purpose, I will focus on percentage on complete. So here, I can enter whatever I want. For example, 40%. 40% here, and you will see that John and Mary, Ellen, and Nenad worked 40%. What is 40%? If 40% from 56 hours is how much? Let's see calculator. Okay, calculator, here, calculator, okay, and I will show you that I have 56 multiplied by 0.4 is 22.4 hours. 22.4 hours means 8 and 8 is 16, and 6.4 in total means that Mary, Ellen, and Nenad worked 22.4 hours, 4 hours. But what? Let me show you another project. Once again, here I will say my project, and I will say that it starts at, how was it in my old project? Let me see what was the start date, 3rd of October. Let me choose here, 3rd of October. Here, project information, 3rd of October. Let me see here, 3rd of October. Great. Let me create in resource sheet John and Mary. But let me now go and let me say that I have a task which has 4 days duration. And here, let me turn off timeline, and let me assign, for example, here, John with 100%, and Mary with 50%. Okay, now I have everything and I can go to task usage and I will see, if I scroll to task here once again, I will see that John is supposed to work 8 hours, Mary is supposed to work 4 hours. Once again, right click actual work, you will see nothing. So I can put 50%, you will see John worked 2 days and he worked 8 hours at Monday and 8 hours at Thursday, and Mary is supposed to work 4 hours per day, so she worked 4 hours at Monday, 4 hours at Tuesday. Now, why do I showing you that? Because I want to show you, if I go to Mark on Track, update task, and I go here and enter 40%, I will see that John worked 40% of his total work, which is 32 multiplied by 40, is 12.8 hours, 8 hours at Monday, 8 and 4.8 hours at Tuesday, which in total means 12.8 hours. And Mary is supposed to work 16 hours, but she fulfilled 40%, so 16 hours multiplied by 40% is 6.4 hours. So she worked 4 hours at Monday and 2.4 hours at Tuesday, which in total means 6.4 hours. So what I want to conclude? I want to conclude when you put percentage of complete, either by shortcut 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, or you go to Mark to Track via task tab and update task, and you put some percentage here, it will be applied on all resources, and the percentage will be applied according to total hours which are which are resources supposed to work on. So let's say here 50 for easier understanding. John was supposed to work 32 hours. He fulfilled 50%, which means 16 hours in total. And Mary was supposed to work 16 hours. 50% of 16 hours is 8 hours in total. So 4 hours at Monday and 4 hours at Tuesday. So you will use percentage of complete when you know that all resources have been worked at the task and all of them fulfilled their work according to that percentage. So in my previous example, I have 3 resources, Mary, Ellen, and Nenad. If I put here 50% in for task, you will see that Mary, Ellen, and Nenad will have 50% of their total work fulfilled. And one thing more, and very important, you cannot change start or finish date just by assigning percentage of complete. Okay? Next time, I will show you how can you put actual duration and remaining duration, which is a little bit complicating than this example. And until then, have a nice day.